Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Brandy,
Amber,
Chris,
Ross.
And right now we're going to talk about these fucking 5-minute crafts. So everybody knows I love me some TikTok. I love it. So the latest trend on TikTok for that scared me bad. I almost pooped.
Don't shit your pants in.
Don't shit in my chair.
he's chasing his tail in the chair.
Jesus.
And yelling at it.
He's probably sitting there micro farting too. Oh, shut up.
We're going to do this right now?
So yeah, as a matter of fact, we are. So apparently, I'm
going to give you some bones. Y'all talk.
There's a new trend for plus size women who are having trouble finding swimwear. Actually, there's two. So one of them is if you don't like the way your swimsuit bottoms, if you're a big girl and you don't like the way your swimsuit bottoms fit, first of all, most big girls probably don't wear bikinis. But anyway, turn them around. And
make them a thong?
You'll get
a moose knuckle?
You'll get more butt hanging out if you switch them around.
Yeah, but then you got
full coverage in the front on your fupa.
Okay, I see it now.
And then your cheeks are hanging out. So
it all makes sense now.
So if you got a bigger fupa than your booty, I guess
that was actually that's pretty ingenious.
So that's one thing they're doing, and I've seen plenty of them modeling this, and I'm like, you got to be a special kind of brave to model that on TikTok because man, people can be brutal. But then the next one is, and I actually saw like a Mexican woman who had to be 60 years old. She's the first person I saw doing this. And you take your panties and you put them on upside down, and you make a one shoulder like
boulder
sports bra
So you put your head and one arm through one leg hole and the other arm through the other leg hole. And now if you got real big tatas, it requires 2 pairs of panties.
Like that woman
like this
right
lady
there.
That's demonstrating it.
This what I'm looking at. This is a black lady.
And she's not that big. She's just curvy.
Well,
her tits are big.
Her tits probably weigh 30 pounds apiece.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that she's easily a
triple G.
Yeah. And so she had to buy 3 pairs of big girl panties. One to wear as draws.
Yeah.
And then
one for each
tit.
One for each boulder.
Yeah. Now, I will say it doesn't look...
She better watch out because she gonna wind up getting her carotids pinched.
If I saw her wearing that, I wouldn't think anything.
Because once she gets it on...
You wouldn't want to go up and ask, excuse me, ma'am.
Are you wearing panties?
Are those panties on your tits?
All over? Are you just covered in draws?
This is the pantaloon extravaganza.
You know, the panties that she has on, it doesn't have like the wide rib. Like
they're like the microfiber type panties.
Yeah,
it doesn't say Monday across the front.
Like didn't have Garfield upside down on her titty or anything. But yeah, I mean they don't. Yeah, can you imagine like somebody with the big wide? Now I want to see one of those.
Yeah.
But like Amber and I were looking at this and we started talking about 5-minute crafts. 5-minute crafts. That's what it is. That's what it's turned into.
Yeah.
I used to like to watch them because it would show you.
I loved it.
Like really neat, like sewing stitches, like how you could mend or, customize your clothes with different stitches and stuff like that. Now it's just like
they did so many videos. It's like they've run out of stuff,
and so now they're just doing the most ridiculous shit you've ever seen. Like, what did I watch somebody do the other day? Oh my god!
You are going to hell.
No. Well, you were talking about like the one where you go to
he said tampon
leggings,
crafts.
and cut the crotch out, stick your head through the crotch.
You buy 2 pairs of matching leggings
and your arms through the legs, and you have a long sleeve crop top.
I appreciate the fact that you're saying you buy 2 because nobody wants to see you wearing them used.
Yeah, buy 2 new pair. Don't get white.
Yeah, so now you've got a long sleeved crop top legging outfit. Like you do.
Well, you got to have a very specific body type to pull that shit off.
Oh yeah,
but the people that are doing it don't have that
body. Yeah, you know, Ross once had a panty on his head, panty on the head situation.
He's like, what the fuck?
You never had panties on your head, but
that's kind of what you sounded like.
That is exactly what you said.
You had a panties on the head encounter. So when I was pregnant with Dylan, we moved back home to my parents' home, which God almighty, Dan, that was a circus. That was just a special kind of fucked up for a couple of months. And at the time, it was my mom and my dad, my great-grandmother, my grandmother.
God damn.
And me and Ross in the house. Plus, during the day, it was Ginger's 3 kids. It was just pandemonium. Yeah, it was a big house, thankfully.
It sounds like a big clusterfuck to me. Holy shit.
Anytime more than 3 people in my family are in the same room, it's a big clusterfuck. But, so I was really sick.
I just don't want all them people living with me.
Like, I was so sick. We didn't even know I was pregnant at the time. We just thought I was really sick. I had pneumonia. And, I mean...
Now, you said this was your first pregnancy?
First,
okay.
Yeah. And I swear to God, I think I started... When the first cell division, I started vomiting. And I'm not kidding. It was bad. And...
Now, was your second better or worse?
It was better, but it was still bad. Like... For anybody, for me, it felt like a whole lot better, but for anybody else, it would have been terrible. Because, I mean, like, with Dylan, I literally, from before we knew, because, like I said, I got sick, and then it was like, I just never got better. You know, it was like, I'm better, but damn, what's wrong? And that's when we found out I was pregnant. So, from like 2 weeks before we ever knew I was pregnant, I was vomiting. If I was conscious, I was vomiting at least 2 to 3 times an hour.
Ew.
God. I
mean, it didn't matter if I had, they say eat crackers, drink Sprite. It didn't matter if I ate, drank, I was gonna heave. And I'm talking, at the time, we didn't know I had a connective tissue problem.
Right.
So we know now that my tissues are kind of fragile. So I would vomit so much that it would look like, people thought he was choking me. Because I would have broken blood vessels all in my face and down my neck and across my chest.
Right.
And I mean, like, we didn't know that there was something biologically wrong with my tissue. So people were like, what the fuck? And I was like, I'm just heaving that hard. My dad was convinced he was choking me.
Yeah,
and I was like...
That's when I throw up, it's nothing for me for my eyes to be totally bloodshot the next day.
And these people that throw up, they're just
that
is an entire body.
Yeah, it's a full body experience for me. It's like,
and it's not just one time. It's
like heave till you feel like things are ripping inside, and I would do that literally 2 to 3 times an hour, sometimes 12, 15 hours a day. I did that for the first 6 months.
This is embarrassing, but I cannot throw up without peeing all over myself.
Oh, no, I can't now.
It's just a full body.
Yeah. I mean, most women can't after they've had a baby.
When I had gastrointestinitis in Germany, it was like for 12 straight hours, every hour I was puking.
Oh, my God.
And when I finally was able to get to sick call the next day, I think you had to drive me, didn't you? Mm-hmm. I could barely walk.
Oh, and
I was so dehydrated. They put 2 bags of fluid in me, and I was still dehydrated. And as soon as they called they still wanted me to come into work. So the
doctor got on the phone, and he is not coming in.
Yeah, the doctor got on, and she said, no, he's on quarters for 72 hours. I said, thank God.
Just let me die.
Oh, it was bad.
I mean, he would try, people would say, well, try this, and try that. We tried everything. And it just, oh my God. Matter of fact, it was so bad. I was vomiting so much at the beginning that I couldn't sit up long enough. Like if I would eat or drink something, I was so weak I couldn't sit up long enough for it to go down. And I actually got acid burns in my esophagus.
I actually know a guy, worked with him in Germany. He had acid reflux so bad that it caused esophageal cancer.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know that was...
that's a thing. Like if you have that's why they say if you have long-term reflux, don't play with that. Because it causes...
Your esophagus can actually, explode.
Yeah, it causes what they call
heard about that.
Barrett's esophagus, which is, pre-cancerous. But then if you let it go past that...
Well, apparently, and I didn't realize this, apparently when we were in Germany, he had fucking throat cancer. I was like, oh, fuck, John.
And I was so fucking sick. And it didn't matter. I could smell things. Like, I've always had a really heightened sense of smell. We would drive through town, and certain restaurants would make me retch with the windows up.
I had such an amazing pregnancy. I was always scared my second one was going to be really bad.
Yeah, because the first one was good.
Was just smooth sailing.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You know how you get around that?
Don't have a second.
Don't have a second.
But
one.
yeah, like, because I was terrified. You know, everybody said, "Oh, you were so sick with this one, you'll breeze through the other one." Well, no, it wasn't like that. I mean, like, because, like, I think I had to go on bed rest with Dylan at 5 months.
Damn.
Oh, wow. See, she didn't go on bed rest at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I became obsessed with, like, Outlander, because those books were first published about 9. The first 2 were out when I was on bed rest with Dylan, and I was like 1,000-page books, so I was looking for big books. Like, you know, I had a lot of hours to fill.
Yeah,
and that's when I first fell in love with them. And oh my God, yeah, I would just read, and because there was no cable, we didn't have nothing. You know, like. It was like soap operas and books. That was
no internet.
Yeah, and no computer, no games on my phone. It was a long,
no cell phone at all.
It was a long 5 months.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was. I was on complete and total bed rest from 5 months on. Yeah, and so yeah. We were still at Mom and Daddy's, and Ross, I was sick, and I mean, it was one of those things I couldn't hardly lift my head off the pillow, and he comes in, and he's just rolling. I'm like, what is so fucking funny? Because nothing was funny to me at that point. And he was like, I just saw a thing. And I was like, what did you see, baby? He was like, I don't even know how to say it. I was like, just trust me, in this house.
Let it rip.
Yeah, nothing you say will surprise me. And so he's like, I just ran into your Goggy, which was what we called my grandmother. She had panties on her head. I was like, oh, yeah, she does that. And he looked at me like, this is normal to you, you know? He was like, what the...
You could have mentioned that.
He's like, what the fuck have I married into? Because I was like, oh, yeah, she does that. And he was like, fucking why? I was like, oh, you know how old ladies that get their hair did, and they only want to do it once a week, so they sleep with something on their head. And he said, don't they make caps for that? I was like, yeah, but she's cheap.
The caps are like $1.
That's what I was thinking.
Back then they were probably fucking 50 cents.
So she just put her panties
actually,
on her head.
underwear on the head was a normal thing in my family as well. I was serious, like...
Was it really?
Yes, like Grandma...
A lot of shit makes sense now.
Grandma would be in the living room watching some boring grown-up show. So I'd go in her room, and we had 1.5 baths. They had a half bath in there, so Pop had a shower in the main bathroom. So I'd be watching TV in there, and Pop would come in, get his underwear out of the drawer, you know, go get his shaving stuff, and be on his way to the main bathroom. And he'd cross in front of the TV, put his underwear on his head, do a little dance, make me laugh, and then go on his TV. He did that all the time.
I'll never forget. Ross was like almost hysterical because he was laughing so hard, but he didn't want anybody to hear it because, like, the bedrooms were like... You know, like, here's a bedroom, here's a bedroom, here's a bedroom. Because there were all 4 bedrooms just right there within the space of this table. And so they would have all heard. And he was like, some fucked up shit. Yeah, it's actually kind of one of the more normal things that happens here. So it's all right.
Normal for me, too.
But, yeah.
Okay.
And I think, okay.
He was always dancing. Doing his little old man dance.
Oh my God. See, now my mom used to dance. My dad would have died first. He'd have been like, this is beneath my dignity. He didn't have an old man dance. Mama liked to dance. And she was always, you know, like, cutting a rug.
Oh my God. I'd be in the truck with Pop, and he'd have some tape in or something on the radio. And he would just play, you know what, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, when he's like playing the piano.
Yeah.
That was my Pop. He was always playing the piano across the dashboard. And
that sounds pretty awesome, though. Yeah, my dad, we just listened to, like, in the truck with Daddy with Outlaw Country. So I learned a lot of George Jones and Waylon Jennings and, you know. Yeah.
Anytime Just a Swingin' plays,
oh my God,
instantly think of Pop.
Well, when Just a Swingin' came out, I had a teacher named Charlotte Johnson.
Really?
And so, yeah, she like had a Just a Swingin' t-shirt with the little cupies, and yeah. Just a Swingin'. Oh my God. Remember when that, like, t-shirts like that were the thing? Like, there was the Bahama Mama and the Panama Jack and all that, and that was when the swingin' shirts came out, and I was trying to think what else.
Panama Jack was huge down here.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So those are everywhere.
And everybody had to have several different colors. And
see, in Pine Bluff, it was jerseys, basketball jerseys.
Oh, like, yeah, NBA, like...
Yep. Some people would have baseball jerseys,
But not as...
but I had my share of basketball jerseys.
Like, what did you wear to school?
Clothes.
No, like, but like...
100% of the time.
What was your style?
Yeah, like, what did you...